Mm. Stop! Come here. Come here. Not you. Stasha. Come on. Sasha. Come on. Sit down. Cisco. Come here. Sit down. Come here.
Players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville. And that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Here's Zach Moss, who played high school football downstate near Miami.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll run here with Moss.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Ryan. Touchdown, Colts.
Harris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Come here. Will you go sit down?
Now he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence.
That caught by Manhertz. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence able to find Gray here. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring out the third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Jags. 41 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this. I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on third and goal. Lawrence. But that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass
game's
for it on
crazy.
3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. Now this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
Who that, Kylie?
This game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that
quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver
Told him,
down.
come here.
That allowed for excellent coverage.
Ronnie Casey.
That one away.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter.
You're supposed to be outside.
They were up to the challenge.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as
y'all
his
doing?
first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Shall eat?
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Now the Jags will have great
Let's try not to leave out unless an adult knows, okay? I know, y'all told Marcus. All right. You good, Casey? Make sure the dogs got water.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it.
Fill all 3 of the waters up, so that way they could drink all 3 of them. They used up. You can't just give. There's only 2 water bowls.
They stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game. Ended up getting
Okay, it's all good. As long as the 2 of them filled up. What's the dog name?
Also made it hard for him to escape
Sasha.
and run.
Right.
6 yards on that last play.
That's it.
2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Yeah.
Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Okay.
Now Lawrence on first down. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from evening this one up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wow, these niggas.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now Ryan on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Moss running right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
What? Get his haircut.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Ryan. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
No better sight. Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? What's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He's got his man on the crossing route. "7-7, our score after 1. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Again, it's Lawrence.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he is going to
Hey, don't get them all hyped up running around, y'all.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's ETN.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And there's a first down catch for Paris Campbell. What a welcome sign for Colts fans who've been waiting for this guy's eventual breakout. Came into the league as a second rounder in 2019 with almost 4.2 speed. Injuries, they've limited him to 15 games in 3 seasons, but the Colts still believe there's a star burner in there if he can stay out there for 17 games.
Henry Anderson there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan to throw.
Yes, good D, fellas.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, nigga, too good D. Knock the ball over on there.
3 drives and 3 touchdowns. Two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we've got a football game going.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll go again with Etienne. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A give to Etienne running right. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Etienne up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
So Shaquille Leonard didn't have a sack all of last season. So what? Still one of the most intimidating defenders in the league. He's an all-pro for the 3rd time in only 4 years in the NFL. By the way, he did force a league-high 8 fumbles, too.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Keion Crossen. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. They shined in pass defense last week. 4 interceptions. Boom, first play of the game, another one.
A feeding frenzy is on for this defense now. And remember, it's not just, okay, let's go get an interception. That means they're playing their techniques right. It means they've scouted them very well. They understand what the patterns are downfield, and they know how to go to the point of attack and take the ball away. They are rolling.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this pass caught by Gray.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Ready, go. Clear.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Lawrence will throw. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain of 31 on third down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Etienne once more. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 108 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
We go.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Bobby Okereke, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Etienne. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Moss again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Moss. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out with a flat for Etienne. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And they'll run here with Etienne. He'll get it inside the 20. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because You're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Desperation time. Here's Ehlinger. A throw on the money there to Doolan. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Ehlinger. He'll get this into the hands of Breida, and they're going to get this down to about the 37. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw is Ehlinger. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Going for it, here's Ehlinger. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He's got a man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, an even 90 yards. And the Jaguars continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but that's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Latavius Murray, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now Lawrence. That's complete left side to Gray. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. It's a room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he stopped immediately there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Ehlinger to throw. But this one complete to Doolin.
The 40. 20. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. On the counter, Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jaguars, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat